Ahoy folks, and welcome back to Broadside Gaming with me, Zug. So we're having a look at another build for the Arbites. This is a pre-day one build, so we haven't tested anything, so, you know, keep that in mind. For the weapons, I just want to thank Chief for pointing out on the members Discord that the stopping power on this goddamn shotgun was at 76 when it should have been at 80. Thank you for that, dude. As you can see, we're using the class-specific weapons, because why not? They're new and fancy, and let's try them out. So for the Shockmaw, we're going with Penetration, LOL, Finesse, Crowd Control and Damage, and Mobility is our dump stat. As for the perks, Carapace and Flak. Carapace is going to help us deal with Maulers and Crushers, and Flak is going to be helping us with the most prevalent armor type in the game, which is Flak. So it's going to give us the most damage against the most types of enemies. As for the blessings, we're going with Execution, which is going to give us 20% damage bonus versus staggered enemies, and High Voltage is going to give us 25% damage versus electrocuted enemies. You can change out either of these to Confident Strikes if you want some more survivability, but I think the damage is going to be just fine. As for the shotgun, we're going with Maniacs and Unyielding. Maniacs because we want those damn things dead as soon as we can, and Unyielding is going to help us against those bigger, more annoying targets we can't always get toe-to-toe with. As for the blessings, we're going with Full Bore, which is going to give us 20% strength for 5 seconds when every pellet in a shot hits the same enemy. And then Sustained Fire is going to give us 20% damage on second, third, and fourth shots in a salvo, so whatever it hits is going to be having a very bad day. As for the Curios, we're going with my bog standard Ogryn loadout, because we don't know just yet what these perks are really going to affect. So as you can see, there's 2 toughness, which are pretty much twinned, with max toughness added to all of them, damage resistance gunners to 2, and with damage resistance snipers on the health, and then toughness regeneration speed on 2 of them, and stamina regeneration on the 3rd. As of yet, we don't know how impactful these are going to be. It might turn out that we need stamina regeneration on all 3, or toughness regeneration on all 3. Who knows until we really get to testing, but for the moment, this is a pretty safe bet. So let's jump in. We're going to start off with Hammer of Judgment for plus 10% melee attack speed for 3 seconds on hitting 3 or more enemies. Into Force of Will, replenish 10% toughness on staggering melee attack. Into Up Close and Personal. Sorry, just up close. God damn my brain. It is like 3 in the morning when I'm recording this. Replenish 5% toughness on close kill. Into Walk It Off, spending 1 stamina, replenishes 15% toughness over 3 seconds. Into Remote Detonation, causes an explosion at your Cybermastiff's location, staggering and electrocuting enemies. 3 charges on a 60-second cooldown. Arbitrator Armor into Concussive, melee weak spot hits, make the enemy count as staggered for 4 seconds. Into Suppression Force, stagger an enemy, makes them deal minus 20% damage. Into Breaking Descent, you and your allies in Coherency deal an additional 10% damage versus staggered. Into Plasteel. Into Go Get 'em, your Cybermastiff prioritizes ranged enemies and deals 50% damage to them. We could have gone for Lone Wolf, but we're not going to, because we have a puppy and we're going to use that puppy because it's a puppy and I want a pet. Into Impact for 25% impact. Into Break the Line, step forward and bash, causing high stagger to enemies in front of you and gain 25% damage and 50% impact for 6 seconds. Base cooldown is 20 seconds. And then into Commendation for Condemnation, replenish 20% toughness and 15% stamina for each elite special or monstrosity hit, up to 100% toughness and 75% stamina. And then Targeted Brutality restores 0.5 seconds of ability cooldown for each enemy hit, increases to 1 second on elite specialists or monstrosities, 5 max cooldown restored. It's worded really weirdly, but okay. And then over to here. Hold the line. Staggering an enemy grants 1 stack of plus 3% damage resistance on the next melee hit taken. On the next melee hit taken, stacking 5 times. Staggering non-enemy human-sized enemies grants 5 stacks. Then into Justified Measures, plus 3% damage on successful attack. 5 max stacks, last 5 seconds. Arbites Revelatum, such a weird Games Workshop-y words. 15% damage for 5 seconds after successful dodge. Into Rapid Movement. Sliding increases sprint speed by 5%. for 5 seconds. Kills restores plus 5% stamina. I don't care about the sliding. It's just the stamina restore we want, and also getting to Soul Guilt scan. Weak spot hit grants 2%. Weak spot strength 8 stacks, lasts 10 seconds. To be honest, if you really wanted to, we could get rid of both of those points, but for now we're keeping them. And then over here into target the weak. Enemies staggered by your melee attacks take 15% more damage for 5 seconds. The Emperor's Fist, 15% melee damage and 30% impact on first enemy hit with each attack. Drive them back, push grants 75% cleave for 5 seconds. Weight of the Lex, gain 15% damage for 5 seconds after heavy melee attack. Into Forceful. Staggering hits and blocks. Blocked attacks grant stacks of Forceful lasting 5 seconds and stacking 10 times. Each stack gives plus 5% impact and plus 2.5% damage resistance. Removed stack on damage taken. While at max stacks and for 3 seconds afterwards, gain stun immunity. Additionally, your perfect blocks can block all attacks. That's pretty sexy. Will of the Lex, replenish 0.5% toughness each second per stack. Targets acquired while at max stacks. And for 3 seconds afterwards, gain 10% attack speed and 50% cleave. Into Arbites, vigilance on combat ability, gain 2.5% strength for each stack, lasts 10 seconds, remove all stacks. I mean, if you wanted to, we could get rid of those 2 points and put in maybe Strike Down for rending, True Grit for limits the amount of health that can be taken in a hit. I mean, they're all good. I'm not exactly wowed by those two, so, you know. It's all a lot of testing. So there you go, folks. A third option for you. Aren't you all a bunch of lucky ducks? There you go. And if you use these builds on Monday, you know, let us know how they go. You know, it's always nice to get feedback. And if you've enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. It really does help us out. And I shall see you all for the next one, which will probably be tomorrow because I'm absolutely goddamn knackered. So until then, take it easy, and I shall see you later.